Blow. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about knowing your numbers. Knowing your numbers is so important. Actually, predicting your numbers is one of the most important things in marketing, because if you can predict what's going to happen in the future, you're well on your path to creating a sustainable, monetizable business. A more complex way of saying that is statistical significance. So, I'm just going to say statistics. Let's say if I put up a couple ads, right? And I have an ad that shows to 100 people and 0 clicks, right? Now, if I have an ad that shows to 100 people, or let's say 1,000 people, okay, and 0 clicks, is this a bad sign? You know, is this a bad sign? Am I working with faulty data? Now, to understand if this is bad, you have to understand the previous concept I talked about in another video, which is rules of thumb. Now, if this is a banner ad online, this isn't necessarily bad, because in reality, we're only expecting 1 click from this 1,000 pieces of data. Does that make sense? So chances could be that I'm going to get a click in another 1,000 ads viewed or whatever. So 1,001, you know, that's not statistically significant, meaning I can't draw conclusions from that data. Whereas if I showed my ad 1,000 times and this was on Facebook, or this was on Google search, now that's bad. 1,000 views of my ad on Google search or the Facebook newsfeed, and 0 clicks means I'm doing something wrong with my ad, that my ad is not working for whatever reason, and I need to change something. So what you need to understand is you need to understand what the control is or what the baseline is. If you don't have a lot of data, you need to understand the rules of thumb, but you need to understand as well, is the data bad or not? Because then we can draw conclusions from it. Now, let's say in another scenario, I showed my ad 5,000 times and I got 50 clicks. Is this data I can use to predict the future? The answer in this case is yes. These are big enough numbers where I can start extrapolating that information up, okay? I have enough data where I can say, okay, if I show my ad another 5,000 times, I should get another roughly 50 clicks. This is usable data. This is called statistically significant data. This is not necessarily usable data. This is only usable data if we are doing search. A search or newsfeed, our expectation is 10 clicks. So if we got 0, we know we can probably predict we'll show our ads another 1,000 times and we'll get somewhere in the ballpark of 0 clicks. Whereas in display, if we're doing banner advertising, we don't necessarily know what our click-through rate is going to be. Because really, all we expected was a single click from 1,000 views. Hope this is making sense. So what we're looking for really in whatever we're doing in marketing is building up enough data to gain statistical significance. If I put up YouTube videos, each YouTube video I put up, let's say I can predict that I'll get about 1,000 views, right? Every video will get roughly 1,000 views. Now, I know for every 1,000 views, I will get maybe 10 new students to my course, okay? Does that make sense? So every video equals 10 new students to one of my training courses. So this is how I do my math. This is how I figure things out. I have enough data, I have enough videos I've posted, I have enough of everything I've done to figure out next steps and data. So I can accurately predict if I put out just an interesting video at this point, or if I put out an interesting blog post, this is what will result. 10 new people will join my email list, or 5 new people will do this. So getting to this point where you have enough data to predict things is good, or knowing the rules of thumb of what the data should look like helps you just kind of optimize your effort. This is a little bit of an advanced lesson. Obviously, this is kind of a preview. I really should be showing you this on the computer, you know, with real data from my ads. This is kind of a preview for my other training programs where I really walk you through on my computer what I'm doing with ads, what I'm doing with organic traffic as well, how I'm looking at the data and finding out statistical significance and optimizing things. If you're interested in finding out more information on my training programs, obviously there's probably links around this video, but make sure you like, subscribe, comment, check out more stuff. I don't want to get too advanced, but the point is marketing and running an online business takes some skills. It takes some skills, and you have to understand a little bit of math, because once again, we're analyzing people not by talking to them, and this is what you want, right? So you don't have to be meeting people or selling people or all that stuff, phone calls. If you don't want to have to sell to people through talking to them and judging their reactions, you're going to have to learn how to read the data. And what this is, what a lot of this is just reading the data. You can mess up a lot. You can throw thousands of ads out there. You don't have to have a great hitting ratio, you know, but this is how it works. This is how we optimize. This is how we analyze, and this is how we get better and move product online. It's a freaking awesome, it's an awesome job. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get cranking. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. See ya.